Okay, welcome everybody. We are live with our final five for the red game. Can You Survive 2023?
All right, let's bring in members of our jury.
Here are our final five.
Hannah, Katie, Ben, and now Jason.
And jury.
All right. Lauren?
It's over. Yeah, it's over. We should still do everything though. We should talk.
Okay, we'll talk. Does anyone have anything they want to talk about? It seems
Talk
like
about how awesome I am.
I just want to talk about how awesome Lauren is, even without her asking. I love her to death. I came in saying I love badass women, and I pegged her as one, and she's done nothing but prove me right. And I wish in an alternate universe there was another avenue that we could have went. I want to be her loved one next time. But she's amazing, and I respect her game, but because of how badass she is, we knew that no one holds a candle to her. She's amazing.
So Lauren, did you know if you didn't win this immunity that
Yes.
you were gone?
Yeah. I was gonna have to win this one and the next one, which would probably be it, but I also, if it's what we think it is, my ankle wouldn't have been able to do the next one, so I was going now or next vote, so.
We still assume she has a hidden immunity.
I do.
We've actually been joking about that, and we're like, if she pulls out a freaking idol, what's the point of going any further in this game?
I think the more we talk about it, the more nervous they get. That I actually have one.
Alan, you came in clutch with that puzzle. How does it feel to have that next
Feels great.
final five?
It feels great. It's the best I felt this whole game. I love this game so much, and I'm so happy to be here at 5, and I have a spot at 4, which gives me a shot at 3. That's insane. That's insane.
Sorry, I was getting a call from my son's doctor. I'll have him back in a minute.
That's a little more important if you take it.
It's fine, it's fine. It's just a reminder. Mike, you have been on the chopping block as well. Was there talk of flipping it back to you and keeping Lauren, or was just that move so big?
In a perfect world, I would love to go the final 3-2 with Lauren. She was my ride or die in this game, along with Ben, and we made so many awesome moves together. I'm scared of it. I don't even know if she's done yet, but I really would love to go as far, and I told every one of these possible because I love her in this game, and we did a lot of awesome stuff together. But I'm willing to take that chance and vote out the person who is going to win this game, 100%. And if she plays an idol and votes me, that's her. I mean, that's how she plays this game. But I'm willing to. I have to vote her out now, and it sucks. But no, she would win in my mind. And
Sounds like everyone's mind is pretty much made up. Is it just a consensus vote?
No, we're voting. I have business. I'm sorry. She doesn't have a vote yet. We are voting.
I have no votes yet. She's like, we're going to have you have one vote.
Then, okay, let's go ahead and vote. Alan, you want to start?
Well, I'd like to play my 4 steal votes, actually.
I was like, what?
Okay, so interesting tribal. Seems like kind of told us what's going to be happening here. All 4 players who are not Lauren said they have no chance to beat her in the end, and they do not want to sit next to her. Rhea called her a badass woman, and that she is. She played an idol successfully on herself. Then she played another idol and won an immunity and made another amazing game move. And these 2 moves alone just put a huge target on her back. And nobody wants to sit in the end with her because they feel like they cannot beat Lauren. Ciara said, let's just, not go to the voting booth since everyone was in agreement that Lauren is going to go this round. However, Arliana is playing a perfect game as of right now in the matter that she has not had a vote cast against her yet this game. So nobody tried to vote Ariana at all, and it appears as if Lauren, her last thing that she wants to do in this game is ruin that perfect game or that perfect record of not getting any votes cast against her and throw a vote on Ariana. So now if Ariana does make it to the end of this game, she cannot say that she has never got a vote cast against her. So will we get a female winner? So Brandy, I really, really want a female winner. I really do. But you have you have 3 strong women still in the final 5, and you have 2 strong men. Like, all of these players are playing amazing, and it's really going to be the perception of the jury. And I really do think it's going to come down to how these players sell their games to the jury. What moves are they going to highlight? How they're going to speak in this game. So that's what I think it might come down to. It's interesting to see that the players are assuming it's a final 3. We have not heard yet if this game is a final 3 or if it's a final 2. So I don't know if that's going to come into impact, or if players are assuming it's a final 3, and they're not planning for a final 2, because it was interesting that not one player thought that they could potentially use Lauren as a number for them. I don't know who out of those 4 who are going to be voting Lauren, who would be the next to go. I guess they all feel good that it won't be them, and that's why they're all, just going with the Lauren vote. Mike and Lauren have been close throughout this whole thing. So I'm thinking Mike is hoping that he could win the next immunity challenge to get him further to final 3. And I think that's his last thing, because I think he figured, okay, it's either him or Lauren. We know that Alan and Arlena have been tight for a while now, so those 2 are definitely a pair. Will those 2 want to take each other to the end? I think the chances of that are very likely, since they both have been working together since way before they even merged. Rhea is probably more of the wild card here, because she could work with Mike for the next vote, or she could work with Alan and Arlena if that's what it's going to come down to. Potentially she's thinking that Mike would be the vote after Lauren is voted out, and she's not considering the possibility that maybe Mike would grab Alan and Arliana and go for her. So it should be interesting to see. I think it's gonna start coming down to I'm sorry, was I saying Arliana? It might come down to how the players think the jury will be voting. Most of the players have a loved one on the jury. The only one player who does not is Mike. The rest have a loved one on the jury. So is that an instant vote for them? I think the chances of that are probably likely. I don't really see any situation where Katie doesn't vote for Alan, or Tana doesn't vote for Arliana, or that Jason doesn't vote for Rhea to win. So the jury members go back to a house, and they shower and they change into clean clothes, and they sleep in tents at night. They're able to eat jury members can only talk to other jury members in their game about the game. They can't talk to production or pre-jury about the game. So they're kind of in their own little bubble. So last night, the 2 people who were voted out came back, showered, ate, and then went to a tent. All right, so Ciara is going to be tallying the votes. I'm going to walk back. Wow.
Okay. If anybody has an advantage or if you would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Yes. Okay, I will read the votes. First vote, Lauren. Second vote, Lauren. Third vote, Arliana.
It's pretty, right?
You have to have your name written down. Lisa looks pretty. Fourth vote, and next person voted out. Show the viewers. Show the viewers. Lauren.
So much fun. So much fun.
This is awesome.
Lauren played an epic game, but the tribe has spoken.
That's not right.
That's what you did from me, Lauren. We are live. Great game. Queen energy, for sure.
I had fun. I did everything I wanted to do.
Did amazing.
Bummer.
Let's just go up the hill. I want to hear a lot from you because you did some epic things in this game all the way down to the end. So why don't you come right over here?
Awesome.
So why don't we start this vote? Did you try to sway the vote in a different direction? Tell me what happened this round.
Yeah, like I knew it was gonna be me. Like everybody knew it was gonna be me as soon as I lost the immunity challenge. But I did try like a little bit. Like I talked about how Rio was gonna win everybody else's threat level, but I was very obviously the threat from literally pre-merge. So it was obvious. Like at one point, like people were like talking to me, and then somebody told me like everybody's voting me, and I was just like. I turned around and I went, is everyone voting me? Because we can just talk like regular people. We don't need to sit here and chit chat in single pairs and do all of that for no reason. So I tried a little bit, but it didn't deserve like the energy to try to go further.
So you pulled off some pretty epic moves. That finding that idol and using it correctly on yourself, negating all of those votes against you. We saw some things last tribal council that you did. You want to talk a little bit about that? Either one, both?
Yeah, the first one was awesome because everybody kept telling me it was Mike, and I was like, okay, like every time Mike's the vote, he's not actually the vote. So people need to start realizing that more. So once we found out it was me, it was just awesome because only me and Ben knew about that idol, and then I got to blindside everybody by playing it. We told Mike at the last seconds that he would vote with us. And yeah, it was just awesome because then nobody knew what to do. It was like me and Ben both had several lives in this game, and it was so fun. And last tribal, like we all knew I was never going to make the end. Like who would have let me get to the end? Every single round they were like, Lauren's winning, and I was like, yeah, facts. But that was just so much fun. I was like, what's the most dramatic thing I can do right now? So I was like, I can take off the immunity necklace because I have the idol. I can give it to Mike and play the idol. And it was just so fun. So much fun. So yeah.
And why don't you can you share that little bit at the end there? So why did you want to go to the vote since you knew you were going, and give that last vote to Arliana?
Oh yeah, she had not received a vote all game. So I was like, it's only fair. Every single other person there had a vote. And it was like my vote wasn't going to mean anything besides just like the little thing that it could. So, yeah.
Okay, you want to share a favorite moment from the game? It could be from camp, it could be from a challenge, or
Probably just the tribal that I idled at. That was the first one. That was awesome. Like, me and Ben put on a performance, and it was super cool.
Awesome. So you will have a say in who wins this game, but before we close you out, you just want to shout out your charity and what your charity is all about.
Oh, yes. So, wait, I also have a question. Or I'll just ask it after. So the charity Equal Justice Initiative, I'm so happy I got to make it so far and, like, try my best to raise the money for them. Should I talk about what they do?
Yeah.
Okay, so they provide like legal counsel and all of the necessary resources for people that are on death row, wrongfully convicted, and a lot of this goes on in the South, so it's really, really necessary. I actually let Ben pick this charity because I played a few games for charities that I got to pick it for, so I really liked his choice of this one, and I'm glad that they'll be getting money. Yeah.
Awesome. Sounds great. You did a great job.
Thanks.
And you're going to just go up with Kendall.
Awesome.
And I'll see you at Final Tribal Council. Okay, with that, we have our final four with Lauren out of the game. And I will see you all at the next Immunity Challenge. For those of you who do not know, we are ending this game today. So continue to tune in to see who will take the winner of Can You Survive Charity Event 2023. See you all later. Bye, everybody.